Hi, I'm Sil. I'm creating a D&D tabletop product called the Arena Battle League. And even though the final product is a book, I'm using Unreal Engine to do all of the artwork for it. This allows me to make dramatic videos for each picture in the book that DMs can share with their players at the table. In this YouTube series, we'll show you the progress we make as we push toward launch. Welcome to Sil Creates. I originally thought of the idea back in May of 2024. I've spent almost 2 years on it now, although not all of that time was spent on the book itself. Like all of us, I was distracted by life, so it's been on and off. But as you can see, I've completed close to 100 pages so far. Excuse the jerky scrolling. This is my first pass at doing videos for this, so I haven't yet figured out all of my tools to the level of quality that I would like. Yeah, I think it's coming together nicely. I wanted to create a YouTube series to both document the creation of the project and push forward to make progress on it every week. I work very well when I have a deadline, and so by imposing a deadline each week to produce a video showcasing the progress that I've made seemed a good way for me to ensure the project would move forward. But before I continue work on the book, I need to create all of the assets that I'll use for this video series, including the title card. I spent a lot of time this week on the title card, probably too much time. I'm very much a perfectionist. I can't just leave good enough alone. I mean, I can. Sometimes, obviously, you have to. I'm just very particular with the time that I spend. I want to make sure that it is on the visual elements that are important to me, even if they're not important in the grand scheme of the project, which that can be problematic sometimes. Here you can see I'm actually creating the title card in Unreal Engine itself. I did this in a previous project, which you will see later in this video. I use that for reference. I really loved the look of the handheld camera motion shake that I use for most of my Unreal Engine videos. And showing that in context, you can see that there's an arena behind the title card. That is the arena that players will fight in. And I think seeing it in context with the camera shake, I think it goes a long way to really make it feel like something special. Like you could be there holding the camera yourself, trying to film this live. It just feels very immersive to me. You can see here I've spent a lot of time positioning and rearranging the objects, the 3D objects in this scene. And here you can see I'm attempting to find a font to use for the Sil Creates portion of the title card. And I come back to this later because I'm not happy with this one. It happens quite a lot. I will do a piece of artwork and when I go to bed I think it looks great, and the next morning I wake up and wonder what I was smoking. It's always good to come back later and have a look again. And yeah, you can see I had to tweak it. I'm quite happy with it in the end. The final cursive font that I chose, I think it looks pretty good. And now you see the previous project that I worked on a few years back, and I did a really nice filmic effect there. And yeah, I wanted to use a similar one for Arena Battle League, so you can see me going back and forth here, referencing that previous video. As I make myself some tea in the background. The next thing that was on my plate was to source some music that I wanted to use. You can hear it playing in the background right now. In the end, I chose to go with Epidemic Sound. I have a subscription for them, and if I do one video a week, it is a reasonable price per video. It's not nothing. I think it boils down to maybe $11 per video is what I'll be paying. I would have preferred if I could have purchased without needing a recurring payment, but the song I really loved was on Epidemic Sound, and that's how they do it. Next up, you see me working on the colophon here. This is an old term used in early days of the printing press. I think some novels and books still have it. It's in the front page. They have details of how it was printed. It included fonts that they used, typefaces, where it was printed, certain information like that. I just loved the word colophon, and it's so appropriate for people like me who create content using marketplace assets. I was very careful to ensure that all of the assets I'm using were not AI generated. And yeah, so I want to credit all of the creators. I'm not working on this completely alone. I have a few family members and one of my longest time friends are helping me out with it. You can see me here interacting with Chris, who's working on teams at the same time as me. And yeah, we're very excited to work on this D&D product together. Here you see me just updating Trello as I go. Next we get into DaVinci Resolve. Here you can see me taking all of the footage that I exported from Unreal Engine, cutting it all together in DaVinci to create the video that you're watching right now. Bit of an inception moment here. I used Adobe After Effects for previous projects, but I really like DaVinci. It's highly optimized, it's so fast, it's a pleasure to use by comparison. And then I finally had this idea to show progress using a puzzle. All of the pieces on the right are sectioned off according to the amount of work roughly we have to do to get the book done. And as you can see, once that puzzle is done, we are done. This last week, Chris got a lot of work started on the team, so I'm dragging bits of the team portion onto the board. Yeah, it's looking great. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next episode of Sil Creates.